Erland of her. Better than screaming and fighting, though. Of course, my lady. She shifted. Her jewellery was a puddle of silver in her lap, with her purse half closed over crumpled paper. She'd laced her fingers together to hide her trembling. You missed one. I lifted a small locket from her neck, doing my best not to scare her. Wasn't like I enjoyed scaring people, especially not the ones being smart when I robbed them. Being efficient got the same results as being mean. And I'm not going to stab you unless you stab me first. You're robbing me at knife point. She jerked away. A sneer twisted her pleasant face into the Erland expression I knew so well. It's not valuable. It's got real rubies. I turned it over. Twisted copper rose petals with inlaid ruby slivers adorned the front of the locket. I snapped open the clasp. 2 portraits were glued inside. One of a child with chubby cheeks, and the other of a woman veiled in blue who shared this lady's long nose. I slid my knife into the sheath on my belt and dropped the necklace. Take it off. Her hands flew to her throat. It's not valuable. Shush. I'm not going to take it, but you need to hide it. Wouldn't do for Rath to bust in and find the lady with jewels still around her neck. He'd laugh at me for days and take the necklace. She fumbled with the clasp and hissed when her hair tangled in the chain. Quiet. Hold still. A dark curl was knotted around the thin chain. I tugged it free, inhaling a deep breath of her rosewater perfume and stumbling over my words. My boss finds out I let you keep this. He'll take my hand. I'll try to keep your mercy out of the warrant description. She smiled, barely. But thank you. First time anyone thanked me for robbing them. She was frightfully pretty, too, with her dark curls and confident chin, standing up to me without fighting. Talking someone down took nerve and smarts. She pulled away, and her warm scent went with her. Hide it. Sorry I mucked up your hair. I gestured to the curls behind her ears. Lusting after Erlands would get me nowhere but dead. Well, I am being robbed. She slipped the locket up her sleeve into a hidden pocket and patted down her hair. You're young for a road agent, and nicer than the stories I've heard. And you're young for a member of the Queen's Court. Bet that pissed off all your old Erland friends. I held up her silver ring stamped with our Queen's entwined lightning bolts. She couldn't have been more than a year older than me. You piss them off too much, and they might send you out here with too few guards and refuse to pay your ransom. I'd not put it past those warlords to turn on their own for profit. A scream ripped through the window as the scuffle outside pitched into shouts and clashing swords, and the lady lurched away from me. Sorry. Not kidnapping you. Only joking. I pocketed her ring and bowed. Apologies for scaring you, my lady. She wrinkled her nose. Not for the robbery? Only for scaring you. I whistled once. I was done. Time to go. And nudged the servant with my toe. And for kicking her. Tell her I'm sorry for that. And the robbery? She didn't even flinch. Just lifted her chin. Lords, girl. And the robbery. You harass everyone. I twisted round, memorising the line of her jaw, the fall of her hair over her light brown cheeks, and the smear of freckles along her nose. At least I'd have one bright light among my list of bad, bloody memories. Only the ones robbing me. She smiled, lips closed and eyes narrowed. You're not one of those who've been kidnapping, are you? No, they're vicious as cottonmouths and running the southern roads. Stay clear of there. I gestured at her, waiting for Rath's answering whistle. But tell them I was mean for my warrant. Those fools kidnapping nobles would steer clear of our roads if they thought we were meaner than them. Terrifying, she said with a mock gasp. A giant, monstrous beast with knives and a mask as hideous as their manners. It'll save my guards their egos. I opened my mouth to make her take back the manners jab, when the carriage door flew open. Rath ripped the top hinge clear off. More guards, he hollered, shaking his head and flinging blood across the carriage. Fast as he'd appeared, he'd vanished into the trees. Outside the carriage, Soldiers and thieves